Welcome. Today we will learn about function overriding in inheritance, constructors from base class and methods how we can call constructors of base class from the derived or child classes. So let's start by creating a new project using dev C++. As multiple times discussed before, we have to create new project. What is the method? First of all, we will have to select console application, C++ project, type here project name, and finally we have to click on OK. The C++ fresh new project will be created in dev C++. Okay, let's start by selecting C++ project. We call it function overriding. Save it. Default directory is available here. This is my document. We can change this directory by selecting the folder from the top down. Okay, click on save. Okay, this default code of lines are written here that are already available in dev C++ whenever we create a new project using dev C++. So quickly we have to start by adding using namespace standard. First of all, we will have to create a class. Let's suppose robot animal. We are going to create a class named as animal. We are defining here its private member. Let's suppose this is int age, and now we are defining its protected member. Let's suppose this is string name, and finally we are going to define its public members, which is the method. Normally in public domain we define the methods or functions of the class. We are defining here some simple methods, can eat, as we have discussed in the previous lecture session. We have to save this file before compilation. Function overriding. Okay, saved the file. We can display here simple message animal can eat. Here we will have handle. Now we have to discuss this entire line of codes. First of all, this is the complete class structure in which we have three access specifier. First one is private, second one is protected, and third one is public access specifier. We have already discussed in the previous session that the private access specifier methods or function are not accessible anywhere outside the class, but where is the protected member or protected access specifier members and data attributes and functions are accessible only in derived class, but these are also private outside of the class. Whereas the public access specifier data members or member function are accessible in derived classes, child classes, as well as outside of the class. This is already discussed. I have already reviewed this. Okay, now what we will have to do, we have to create a child class that is named as let's suppose horse, dog, etc. We have to specify here the relationship inheritance specifier, that is called inheritance specifier here. Okay, we have to notice this line. This is called derived class, where we have derived class named as dog and its parent class is animal. And the most important point to notice is that its access inheritance type, that is public, means the entire attributes or access specifier from the base class will be publicly included into the derived class. We have to discuss it in detail later on. We can define here some public access specifier. Let's suppose void can eat. Say out dog can eat. what we will have to do, we will have to do that we will write here the same function with same name as in parent class. I have to clear that point. We have written here can eat function in public access specifier in the base class, and later on we write the function can eat in derived class. We have to notice that these both functions has the same name. This method is called function overriding. A function with same name in parent class, if written or defined again in child class, is called function overriding. Here is the function overriding example, can eat. What will happen if we create an object of dog, d1 dog class? We write here d1 dot the data members or objects or function of the d1 will be loaded here, can eat. Can eat method is automatically loaded into the list of the member functions. What will happen? D1 either call the method of dog class or parent class. Before compilation, I have to told you that the first of all function overridden call will be placed from the derived class or child class. Okay, compile it and run it. We can notice here the method of the derived class is called dog can eat. Now when method of the parent class will call, if we remove this function from the child class, again compile it, can eat function exist from the child class. Sorry, this is the child class, remove it. This function is removed and we can compile it again. Okay, notice that now the can eat function of parent class is executed, animal can eat. This is the difference between function in child class and base class. This type of methodology is called function overriding. A function with same name and attributes exist in parent class is defined in child class is called function overriding. Okay, now we are going to discuss constructors. We write here constructor. In previous session we have already discussed constructor, its types and methodologies, how constructors are called, but now we are discussing how to call the constructor of the base class from the child class. We are writing here cout constructor base class or animal class, sorry, handle. Similarly we have to write here dog constructor of the derived class. We write here cout constructor of derived class. Okay, what will happen? First of all, constructor of the base class will executed and the later on constructor of the derived class will executed because we have created the object of derived class. Okay, monitor it. First of all, constructor of the base class executed whenever we create an object of the derived class, then the constructor of the derived class is executed and the overridden function in the derived class is executed. Okay, now we will have to change or access the public member or protected member of the base class from the derived class object. If we have write here animal string s name is equal to s. Now what are we doing here? We are creating an parameterized constructor. This is also called constructor overloading. The constructor, a class having more than one constructor with different parameters, is called constructor overloading. Now if we want to set the name of our D1 object, because this is constructor getting the name S as parameter string type. If we want to set the name of D1 at the time of its declaration, we set it's puppy. Okay, then it will create or generate an error because D1 has no parameterized constructor. Okay, for the time sake we have to create a constructor in dog class, parameterized constructor in dog class. Let's suppose this is string S. Now what we will have to do, name is not the attribute of the child class. Focus on that. The name is not attribute of the child class. It is the protected member of the parent class. Now it is also accessible in the child class. Okay, let it compile. This is compiled successfully. Constructor of base class is called. Okay, let string write down getter in the derived class. We will have to return name because name is the protected member from the parent class. We call here d1 dot get name. Okay, d1 dot get name. This will print the name as we have set in parameterized constructor. We will have to use the cout statement because returning string. Okay, I have to show that the name is printed here. The name is puppy of the dog. If we want to call this is the basically parameterized constructor in the derived class setting the name of the dog. If we want to call the parameterized constructor of the base class, then we will have to use here scope operator animal, and we can pass the parameter we have obtained here. This is also second method. This method is called accessing constructor of the base class. Here is the constructor of the base class that we will have to access. This is the setting name, and this is the override function, and this is the parameter that we have given to the base class parameterized constructor. So let's check it. Now one thing is, notice that the default constructor is not executed and only assignment is performed because there is no message, output message is written in the parameterized constructor of the base class, so that only assignment is performed. If we write here cout parameterized constructor of base class, then it will display the message parameterized constructor of base class is called and assignment is performed. This method is called constructor overloading. We have discussed two main topics of functions relevant in inheritance function: overloading, overriding, and constructor overloading. Overloading is happen whenever there are different parameters in the function. That is why the constructor overloading is called. And overriding means functions having similar name but defined in derived classes too. One function that is available in parent class but also defined in child class. This method will be called function overriding. So in next we will discuss function overloading, how we can overload different kinds of functions in single program using different parameters or similar parameters and different parameter types. Keep on watching.